data-driven machine digital transformation in the construction industry. IoT, the security challenge. The Internet of Things is creating serious new security risks. We examine the possibilities and the dangers. Read more. Building and operating the machines that make infrastructure and construction works such as roads, buildings and bridges possible is something that seldom gets mainstream attention. These machines may not seem as shiny and cool as cars, for example, but in many ways they are not just more important, but more advanced as well. It's not just that without them none of the material to build everything the industry builds would not be available, transportation would be a major issue, and everything we come to take for granted would be disrupted. Compared with cars, there are some interesting facts that stand out about these machines. There are fewer of those machines around, they represent a greater investment to build, purchase and operate. They often need to work in collaborative formations of rainbow fleets and in challenging environments, and there are just a few players building them. These have contributed to a perfect storm unfolding in the construction industry. ZDNet discussed with key people from industry leaders Caterpillar and Volvo on how going data-driven and using IoT is transforming their business. Rumor has it that it took some coffee to spur culture change in Caterpillar. While that may have something to do with it, the story is articulated by Tom Buchler, Caterpillar's Director of Innovation and Digital, is a bit more nuanced. Caterpillar has been around for a long time, and Buchler says it first started collecting telemetry data from its machines operating on sites around the world in the mid-90s. Think a handful of machines equipped with data collecting equipment, with people mounting machines to access the equipment and using satellite comms to send the data for storage and processing. Since the mid-zeros, getting telemetry data has become the norm for Caterpillar machines. Today data is collected in real time via sensors and sent over broadband mobile comms for storage in a data lake and further processing to power applications and analytics. Caterpillar boasts the largest fleet worldwide, with the vast majority of its 500K machines connected. A lot of that comes from engine electronics. Going from mechanical to electronics means there are sensors and capabilities to work remotely and understand the machine, says Buchler. We are also very active in going out and connecting existing machines and equipment, he adds. Buchler says that what started out as a telematics program is today a product line. Caterpillar stopped being all about selling machines a long time ago. Initially, the motivation was to get the data to build better products. But Caterpillar soon realized this could also bring benefits to its dealers and customers too, thus influencing its business model. We have always been a services company. One of the things that made us successful is our dealer network, which we developed early on to provide services. That also evolves through technology, says Buchler. This refers to Cat Connect, Caterpillar's suite of hardware, software and services for equipment management, productivity and safety. How does it work? As a client, you want to manage your capital assets, you want to maximize utilization, but you don't necessarily know how. So when you buy Caterpillar equipment, it comes out of the factory with a trial period of Cat Connect use, says Buchler. After the trial period expires, clients need to purchase a subscription to keep using Cat Connect. There are even machine-specific applications as part of Cat Connect, like grading for example. Caterpillar says that by using GPS and a 3D model of the site, the Cat Grade application can move blades with centimeter accuracy and improve grading by up to 30%, resulting in better results and savings. So it's not just about building better machines anymore. Caterpillar has another source of revenue, clients get added value, and dealers increase their operations too. Dealers are the interface with clients, and the ones that get requests to add more machines to Cat Connect. Typically clients do not exclusively use Caterpillar equipment, which means that there has to be a way to make what is called rainbow fleets interoperate and work seamlessly. This is a topic in and by itself, but before we delve into the specifics of how it works, let's first get an idea of how others in the industry are following suit. Tesla Semi revealed, electric truck is semi-autonomous. Has 500-mile range. Elon Musk's new tractor-trailer can handle most U.S. shipping routes on a single charge. Read more. Although Volvo is mostly well known for making cars, it has a construction equipment branch as well. While Volvo may not have been onto the data-driven approach as long as Caterpillar has, it's not only catching up, but exploring ideas to differentiate around customer value proposition as well. Christine Billard, Director Business Technology, Connected Solutions at Volvo, referred to how old-school industries are morphing into new service industries in her talk at the Industry of Things World. The gist was how Volvo aims to deliver more than just equipment but real value-add services and solutions to customers via data. Billard was part of a small team that championed a pay-per-use model now used by Volvo. Inspired by Rolls-Royce, Billard explains that engines and construction machines have some common characteristics. They cost a lot and are a liability in the books for owners. They stay idle for long periods and are hard to utilize optimally. Hence the thinking is to offer customers a lease based on utilization with additional services on top, rather than just the option to buy and own a machine. This is in part also inspired by the sharing economy paradigm, according to which you don't necessarily need to own assets, as long as you can have access to them when needed. The way it works is by Volvo examining the customer's site and needs and proposing a fleet and level of utilization. This sounds, and is, as Billard acknowledges, more like consulting work than building machines. Why Volvo then, and not just any consultancy? You have to know the industry, and the risk is on the one providing the machines, says Billard. How much does it cost to maintain a machine with specific features at a specific site and level of utilization? This is not something anyone can answer. Dealerships also try to position themselves there, in the same way we did. Someone comes to them with a question, they try to answer as best they can. This was initiated by one use case, built on the expertise of people with experience in calibrating machines in Volvo, and had the objective to look broader than the current business. Billard says this is meant to complement, not replace the traditional business model, but although it's still early and there are challenges such as finding the right pricing, Volvo has to learn to live with that, because it's the future. Although Billard acknowledges the lead that Caterpillar has in using data to drive business and operations, she also adds that it has been an inspiration and a wake-up call to get upper management support. Furthermore, Volvo is looking into ways to differentiate itself, such as its award-winning Copilot initiative. The Copilot can be thought of as a tablet plus app store for construction machines, the Google Play of machines, as Billard puts it. The Copilot is based on Android 2, and the idea is to offer something that can host apps that work in the cockpit. There are apps developed by Volvo, such as DigAssist and PaveAssist, as well as third-party apps. Who really owns your Internet of Things data? In a world where more and more objects are coming online and vendors are getting involved in the supply chain, how can you keep track of what's yours and what's not? Read more. Volvo apps help operators by getting, processing, utilizing and displaying real-time data to partly automate certain tasks, similar to what Cat Connect offers, for example. The difference, according to Billard, is that Volvo wants to turn this into an open ecosystem, inviting third-party providers such as Trimble to deploy their apps on Copilot. It does not make sense to develop everything ourselves, but we want to give customers more than just a screen. It makes life easier for everyone. Before that, customers had to order a machine, wait for delivery, then go to Trimble and ask them to come install hardware and software before they could start working. Now it comes out of the factory integrated, says Billard. As you may have noticed, there was little to no reference to data and techniques so far. Both Caterpillar and Volvo concur that these are enablers. The key is in customer value proposition. Billard says machines are getting commoditized anyway, and in the end it won't make that much of a difference whether it's Volvo or Caterpillar or whatever, but how the vendor can help you get the job done. While not everyone may agree with that, there is some analogy there. The data collection, pipelines, processing and application building parts